Have you ever had a conversation where someone suddenly changed the topic to avoid answering a question? Or heard an argument that claimed one small step would lead to total disaster? These are logical fallacies. Today, we'll break down two tricky ones, red herring and slippery slope, so you can think critically and avoid being misled. What is a red herring? Red herring, or the distraction trick, happens when someone changes the subject to distract from the real issue. Why is it a problem? It shifts attention away from the real question. It tricks people into focusing on something irrelevant. Example 1. In politics, reporter. What will you do about rising crime rates? Politician. Well, let's talk about how hard police officers work every day. Red herring. The topic changes instead of answering the question. Example 2. In everyday life, parent. Why didn't you clean your room? Kid. Did you see that funny video I sent you? Red herring. The question is ignored. Household chores deflection. Person A. You didn't do the dishes as you promised. Person B. Well, remember when you forgot to take out the trash last week? This shifts the focus from the current issue, dishes, to a past unrelated event. Workplace distraction. Employee. Our team's project deadlines are unrealistic. Manager. But think about how our competitors are handling their projects. The manager introduces competitors' actions, diverting from the team's concern about deadlines. Courtroom diversion. Lawyer. The defendant is guilty of assault. Defense. But the defendant has been a community volunteer for years. The defense brings up unrelated positive actions to distract from the assault charge. Respond to a red herring by saying, "That's interesting, but let's get back to the real question. You didn't answer my point. Can we stick to the topic?" Now, let's move on to slippery slope. What is a slippery slope? Slippery slope, or the domino effect fallacy, happens when someone claims that one small action will lead to extreme consequences, without real proof. Why is it important? It assumes a worst-case scenario without evidence. It makes people afraid instead of thinking logically. Example 1. In education, if we allow students to use calculators, soon they won't learn math at all. Slippery slope. One small change doesn't mean the entire skill will disappear. Example 2. In social issues, if we let people work from home, soon no one will come to the office, and businesses will collapse. Slippery slope. No proof that this extreme outcome will happen. More examples. Prescription drug concern. If we allow doctors to prescribe marijuana, soon everyone will be using it recreationally, leading to widespread drug abuse. This assumes a direct progression from medical use to widespread abuse without evidence. Punctuality warning. If you're late to work today, you'll start coming in late every day, and eventually, you'll lose your job. This predicts a chain of events from a single instance of tardiness. Understanding these fallacies helps in evaluating arguments and avoiding misleading reasoning. Examples. Cable TV advertisement. When you have cable and can't find something good to watch, you get bored. When you get bored, you pick up a book. When you pick up a book, you start reading. When you start reading, you think you can write a book. When you think you can write a book, you quit your job to become a writer. Don't quit your job to become a writer. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. This humorous ad exaggerates consequences to promote a product. Trivia. The term, red herring, refers to a misleading clue or distraction that diverts attention from the main issue. Its origin traces back to the early 1800s when English journalist William Cobbett recounted using a pungent smoked fish, known as a red herring, to divert hounds from chasing a hare. He employed this anecdote metaphorically to criticize the press for being misled by false information. Over time, the phrase evolved to describe any diversion that misleads or distracts from the relevant topic. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more critical thinking lessons. See you in the next video.